I talk to people every single day who've done everything right. They've worked hard, they've saved their money, but as retirement gets closer, this anxiety starts to creep in. They're worried about their investments, about what the market's going to do next. Well, today, we're going to talk about a smarter way to get some real peace of mind. Does this question hit home for you? That feeling, you wake up, you check your accounts, and your stomach just drops when you see the market take a dive. That whole up and down uncertainty, it's exactly what stops so many people from actually enjoying the retirement they worked so hard for. It's just exhausting, right? But I want you to know it really doesn't have to be that way. And that's really what this is all about. There is a smarter way to get that peace of mind. We're going to talk about how to move past all that worry and get to a place where you feel confident. Look, the goal isn't just about having a pile of money. It's about having security. It's about predictability, so you can stop stressing about what the market's doing and actually start living your life. So let's dive in. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the big challenge that so many of us are facing with retirement today. It's a really fundamental shift from what, say, our parents or grandparents went through. We call this the pension gap, and it's a big deal. Think back a generation. A lot of folks retired with a pension, right? A guaranteed paycheck for life. It didn't matter what the stock market was doing. That certainty is pretty much gone for most of us now. And that means the responsibility to create that income that lasts for life, it's all on us now. So the big question is, if that company pension is gone, how do we fill that gap? How do we get that same sense of security back? Well, the answer is you have to create your own personal pension. And that's where something called an annuity comes in. The absolute simplest way to think about an annuity is exactly what you see here. It's a personal pension. It's something you create for yourself. Essentially, it's a deal you make with an insurance company to turn some of your savings into a steady, predictable paycheck, one that you can't outlive. And that right there, that's the whole ballgame. The number one fear for most retirees is running out of money. It just is. And an annuity is built from the ground up to solve that exact problem. It's about creating what we call an income floor, a baseline of guaranteed money that shows up every month for the rest of your life, no matter what. Okay, so I know what you're probably thinking. A guaranteed paycheck sounds nice, but what about growth? I don't want to be left behind if the market takes off. And you know what? That is a totally fair question. And it leads us to one of the coolest features of the kinds of annuities we use today. So let's just break it down. On one side, you've got your traditional market investments. High potential for growth, for sure. But you also take on all the risk. The market crashes, your savings can crash right along with it. Now look at the other side. With what's called a fixed indexed annuity, you get growth potential that's linked to the market, but here's the huge difference. Your principal is protected from loss. You get to participate in the good years without having to suffer through the bad ones. It's like this. Think of your principal, your hard-earned savings, being in a safe harbor. When the storms are raging in the market, your money is safe and sound, protected from the waves. But when the sun is out and the market is sailing up, you get to raise your sails and participate in that growth. We have a saying, zero is your hero. In a down year, the worst you can get is a zero. And that right there provides a ton of peace of mind. All right, so we've talked about the guaranteed paycheck and growing your money without the risk. But believe it or not, an annuity can do a lot more than just that. It's a really strategic tool that can solve some other big headaches in retirement planning. Just look at the versatility here. For one, it can make things so much easier for your family. When you name a beneficiary, the money goes directly to them and completely bypasses the long, expensive court process called probate. Big plus. It can also help protect you against massive long-term care costs. And on top of all that, your money grows tax-deferred, which is a really nice advantage over the years. And let's just zoom in on that long-term care benefit for a second, because this is huge. Some annuities have these optional add-ons, they're called riders, that can literally double your money if you need it for long-term care. So imagine this. You have a $200,000 annuity, but if you need care, it suddenly becomes a $400,000 bucket of money to pay for it. That's an incredibly powerful way to make sure healthcare costs don't wipe out everything else you've saved. So, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? Filling that pension gap, growing your money safely, even using it for things like estate planning. But now, let's bring it all back to what really matters, which is you, your goals, and your peace of mind. So I want you to just take a second and ask yourself, which of these things that we talked about really hits home for you? What keeps you up at night? Is it the fear of running out of money? Is it that stomach-churning stress of the stock market? Or maybe it's making sure your kids are taken care of, or that you're protected from huge healthcare bills down the road. Everybody's answer is going to be a little different. Figuring out which one of those is your number one priority, well, that's the first step to building a retirement plan that actually lets you sleep at night. And that's something we can figure out together. No pressure, no obligation, just a conversation. Look, the whole point of us talking isn't to sell you something. It's to figure out which of these strategies, if any of them, is the right fit for your life, for your unique situation. So I invite you to visit our website. It's annuityexpertadvice.com, or just give us a call at 770-755-1565. Let's just talk and see if we can help you build that path to a retirement with real, genuine peace of mind.